Imagine a beautiful day at the beach. The sky is a brilliant blue, not a cloud in sight, and the sun is shining brightly, casting a warm, golden glow over everything. The gentle breeze carries the salty scent of the ocean, and the rhythmic sound of the waves creates a soothing soundtrack to this idyllic scene. The sun is shining, and the waves are gently lapping at the shore. The water sparkles like a sea of diamonds, inviting beachgoers to dip their toes in and cool off from the heat. It's a perfect day to relax and unwind. Families are laughing and playing in the sand. Children are busy building intricate sandcastles, their imaginations running wild as they create their own little kingdoms. Parents watch with smiles, capturing these precious moments on their cameras. Suddenly the ground begins to shake. At first it's just a slight tremor, barely noticeable, but then it grows stronger, causing the sand to shift and the water to ripple. Beachgoers look around in confusion, their joyful expressions turning to concern. A low rumble grows into a roar. It's a sound unlike anything they've ever heard before, deep and menacing, as if the earth itself is growling. People start to panic, their eyes wide with fear as they try to understand what's happening. People look up in confusion as the ocean recedes far into the distance. The water pulls back rapidly, exposing the ocean floor and leaving fish flopping helplessly on the wet sand. It's an eerie and unsettling sight, one that fills everyone with a sense of dread. Then, a massive wall of water appears on the horizon, surging towards the shore with terrifying speed. It's a towering, unstoppable force growing larger and more menacing with each passing second. The sheer power of it is both awe-inspiring and terrifying. This, my friends, is a tsunami. A natural disaster of immense proportions capable of causing widespread destruction and loss of life. It's a reminder of the raw power of nature and how small and vulnerable we are in comparison. Tsunamis are a powerful force of nature. They are caused by underwater earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, or landslides, which displace a massive amount of water and send it hurtling towards the shore. The energy released by these events is staggering, and the resulting waves can travel across entire oceans at incredible speeds. Understanding them is the first step in protecting ourselves and our communities. By studying the causes and effects of tsunamis, scientists can develop early warning systems and evacuation plans that can save lives. Education and awareness are key to minimizing the impact of these devastating events. We need to be prepared, not scared. Remember, knowledge is power. By staying informed and knowing what to do in the event of a tsunami, we can protect ourselves and our loved ones. It's important to have a plan in place, to know the evacuation routes, and to listen to the authorities when they issue warnings. Together we can face the threat of tsunamis with confidence and resilience. So, what exactly causes these monstrous waves? Tsunamis are not just giant versions of the waves you see at the beach. They are usually triggered by underwater disturbances like earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, or landslides. These events displace huge amounts of water, creating powerful waves that travel outward in all directions. These waves can travel across entire oceans at incredible speeds, sometimes reaching over 500 miles per hour. As they approach the shore, the waves slow down but grow taller, often reaching heights of dozens of feet. This wall of water can then surge inland, causing widespread destruction. The 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami is a tragic reminder of the sheer power of these events. This natural disaster, one of the deadliest in recorded history, left an indelible mark on the world. The sheer scale of the destruction was almost unimaginable, with entire towns and villages wiped off the map in a matter of minutes. This devastating tsunami, triggered by a massive undersea earthquake with a magnitude of 9.1 to 9.3, claimed the lives of over 230,000 people across 14 countries. The earthquake itself was one of the most powerful ever recorded, and the resulting tsunami waves traveled across the Indian Ocean at speeds of up to 500 miles per hour, reaching coastlines with little to no warning. The images of destruction were heartbreaking. Entire coastal communities were reduced to rubble. Homes, schools, and businesses were obliterated in an instant, leaving survivors to pick through the debris in search of loved ones and belongings. The emotional toll on those who lived through the disaster was immense, with many people losing everything they had ever known. Buildings were swept away like toys, their foundations no match for the relentless force of the water. The waves carried with them a deadly mix of debris, including vehicles, trees, and parts of buildings, which added to the destruction and made rescue efforts even more challenging. And countless lives were lost, families were torn apart, and entire communities were left in mourning. The human cost of the tsunami was staggering, with many people still missing and presumed dead. The psychological impact on survivors, many of whom witnessed the deaths of loved ones, cannot be overstated. The impact of a tsunami goes far beyond the initial wave. In the aftermath, the affected regions faced a multitude of challenges. The flooding can contaminate drinking water, spread diseases, and destroy crops, leading to long-term health and economic consequences. The infrastructure in many areas was completely destroyed, making it difficult to deliver aid and rebuild. The flooding can contaminate drinking water, spread diseases, and destroy crops. In the days and weeks following the tsunami, access to clean water became a critical issue. Contaminated water supplies led to outbreaks of waterborne diseases, compounding the suffering of those who had already lost so much. The destruction of agricultural land also had a devastating impact on food security, with many communities facing the prospect of hunger and malnutrition, leading to long-term health and economic consequences. The economic impact of the tsunami was felt for years, as the affected countries struggled to rebuild their economies. Many people lost their livelihoods, and the cost of reconstruction ran into billions of dollars. The psychological scars left by the disaster also had a lasting impact, with many survivors experiencing post-traumatic stress disorder and other mental health issues. It's crucial to understand that tsunamis are not just a coastal problem. Their effects can be felt far inland. The force of the water can carry debris and floodwaters many miles from the coast, affecting areas that might not have been considered at risk. This highlights the importance of comprehensive disaster preparedness and response plans that take into account the wide-ranging impacts of such events. By understanding the full scope of the threat posed by tsunamis, we can better protect vulnerable communities and save lives in the future. Section 4. Early warning. Your first line of defense. But there's hope. We're not powerless against these natural disasters. In fact, there are several measures we can take to protect ourselves and our loved ones. One of the most crucial steps is to be prepared and stay informed. One of the most important tools we have is early warning systems. These systems are designed to give us a heads up before disaster strikes, allowing us to take necessary actions to safeguard our lives and property. These systems use a network of sensors to detect underwater earthquakes and other events that could trigger a tsunami. The sensors are strategically placed on the ocean floor and in various locations to ensure comprehensive coverage. When a potential tsunami is detected, alerts are sent out through sirens, text messages, and radio broadcasts, giving people valuable time to evacuate to higher ground. These alerts are crucial as they provide the necessary warning to move to safety. Remember, time is of the essence when a tsunami is approaching. Every second counts. The faster you can respond to an alert, the better your chances of staying safe. It's important to have a plan in place and know the quickest route to higher ground. If you live in a coastal area, make sure you understand how the early warning system works in your community. Attend community meetings, participate in drills, and familiarize yourself with evacuation routes. Knowledge is power, and being informed can make all the difference. Know what the warning signals sound like and what to do when you hear them. Practice makes perfect, and regular drills can help ensure that everyone knows what to do in the event of a real emergency. It's also important to have an emergency kit ready with essentials like water, food, and medical supplies. Educate your family, especially children, about the importance of these systems and what actions to take. Schools often have programs to teach kids about natural disaster preparedness, but it's also crucial to reinforce this knowledge at home. Communities that are well prepared can recover more quickly and effectively after a disaster. By working together and supporting each other, we can build resilience and ensure that we are ready to face any challenges that come our way. Early warning systems are a testament to human ingenuity and our ability to adapt to the forces of nature. They provide a sense of security and reassurance, knowing that we have the tools to protect ourselves and our communities. As technology continues to advance, these systems will become even more sophisticated and reliable. Ongoing research and development are essential to enhance our ability to predict and respond to natural disasters. Collaboration on a global scale is also vital. Sharing knowledge, resources, and best practices can help improve early warning systems worldwide, ensuring that more people are protected from the devastating effects of tsunamis and other natural disasters. Ultimately, the goal is to create a safer world where we can live without fear of natural disasters. By investing in early warning systems and fostering a culture of preparedness, we can achieve this vision and protect future generations. Stay informed, stay safe. Your first line of defense starts with you. Section 5. Planning your escape evacuation routes. Knowing where to go is just as important as knowing when to go. That's why it's crucial to be familiar with the evacuation routes in your area. These routes are designed to lead people to safety in the event of a tsunami or other natural disaster. Take some time to study the evacuation map for your community, identify safe places to go, like designated evacuation shelters or areas of high ground, and remember, if you're ever in doubt, move inland and uphill, get as far away from the coast as quickly as possible. Section 6. Ready for anything, emergency kits. When disaster strikes, you might not have access to essential supplies. That's why it's crucial to have an emergency kit prepared and ready to go. A well-stocked kit can mean the difference between safety and danger in the aftermath of a tsunami. Your emergency kit should include enough food, water, and first aid supplies to last your family for at least 72 hours. Don't forget important documents like identification, insurance papers, and medical records. Store your kit in a waterproof container in an easily accessible location.